Hey Nash, what should we make?
Let's make a fusion of a French dip sandwich and a smashburger.
All right, let's make a French Dip Smashburger. Welcome back to Chaos Kitchen, where we like to turn things into other things. The French dip sandwich is an icon. It was invented in LA, either because someone dropped a sandwich in the Au Jus and then served it and the customer liked it, or they did it on purpose because they were serving it to a customer who didn't have teeth or couldn't chew or something. Either way, we're happy they did, because today we're gonna turn the French dip into a smash burger. Without further ado, let's go. So we're gonna start by making a sauce. So we're gonna go with about 2 tablespoons of mayo, about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and about a tablespoon of horseradish. Obviously, tailor this mixture to your taste. If you don't like horseradish, then put less or don't put any. If you don't like Dijon, don't put as much. If you don't like either, I guess just use mayo. I don't know. You do you, boo. Get this all mixed up. Tastes brilliant. Let's put this in the fridge until we're ready for it. Then we want to thin slice some onions. So now we have to make our Au Jus sauce. Or our Au Jus, maybe sauce is redundant. Anyways, normally Au Jus would just come from the slow cooking process of cooking the roast beef. And then you have all your meat juices. Maybe mix that with some beef broth, but you already have it. It's built into the recipe. So for this one, since we're doing a smash burger, we need to make an Au Jus. So we're gonna start with a hot sauce pot on medium heat. And we're gonna throw in 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. Once that's basically melted, we're gonna add 2 cups of beef stock, a 1/4 cup of red wine, a little bit of onion powder, some garlic powder, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce.
Thank you for not saying wash your sister sauce. It's weird and kind of gross, and that means a lot coming from me, because I'm a dog.
Just a splash of balsamic vinegar. It's about a 1/2 teaspoon of demi-glace concentrate. And these are the flavor bombs, folks. These are the flavor bombs. Just a tiny, tiny bit of anchovy paste and a little sprinkle of pixie dust. Then once that comes up to a simmer, you can go ahead and lower the heat. We'll just let that simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. And once your Au Jus has reduced a little bit and all of your flavors have married, give it a taste. Pretty good, pretty good. See what it needs. This one, a little bit of black pepper. Get anything you just added, stir it in, kill the heat, and then put this somewhere to cool. Then to a pan on medium heat. We throw in a couple of tablespoons of butter, let that melt. Then we add in our only slightly obscene amount of onions this time, because we've definitely done way more obscene amount of onions before. Just kind of mix these around. Get all your guys coated with all that butter. And then just to help these guys along, we're gonna add in a nice pinch of kosher salt. Get that kind of stirred in there. And that's just gonna help the onions soften quicker. It's gonna draw out some of the moisture. Help speed up this process a little bit, but fair warning, no matter how you do it, you wanna do it right, it takes a while. So then we put our patient caps on and we just sort of let these guys cook. And once your onions are softened, give them a little stir. Admire the work you've been doing, because this is a long friggin' process, I know. But it's worth it. And we add about a 1/3 cup of cognac. Get that all stirred up in there. Once your onions are starting to caramelize, give everyone a little stir. All the liquid from that cognac. Or, you know what, if you don't have cognac, use whatever, some sort of cheap whiskey, you know, like a Jack Daniels or a Jim Beam. Those are actually even better than a lot of other things because they have a lot of sugars in them. So they're actually gonna help your onions caramelize quite good. And then we add a cup of beef broth. And then if your heat is higher than low, you can lower it to low, or you can keep it at medium and just stand right by this pan. But either way, you want to let this go, let the beef broth reduce to almost nothing, let the onions caramelize to a nice deep golden brown. And that should take about 15 or 20 minutes. So make sure and stir occasionally, but for the most part, we gotta let this go. Let it go, let it go. And once your onions have gotten to a nice, rich golden brown, and they taste extremely sweet and oniony, there we go, that's the word. You could definitely take them darker than this, but they're already getting super mushy. So we're teetering on onion jam territory here, which is not a bad thing at all. But we're gonna kill the heat and put these guys somewhere to cool. Now that all our accoutrements are ready, it's time to make our patties. So we have some 80/20 ground chuck here. Normally for smash burgers, I make my patties 3 ounces. But since we're putting this on a hoagie roll instead of a bun, The hoagie roll is considerably bigger, so instead of 3 ounces, we're gonna do 4 ounces, so I just divided this 1 pound into 4. 4 ounces is a quarter pound. And then normally we would form these into balls, because a ball, when you smash it, turns into a patty. But when we smash these, we want them to turn into the size of the hoagie roll. So we're gonna basically make sort of little short, fat, sausage-looking thing shape. That should work, something like that. And then we'll just do the other one, since we're gonna do a double smash patty here. And there we have our patties. And then for our bun, we have this hoagie roll. We're just gonna give this guy a light brushing of butter, or light coating of butter, whatever you wanna call it. Get out our griddle on medium heat, and we just toast our bun. Toast our buns a little bit. They're a little bit concave, so I don't know how well that's gonna work, but we'll try to get them there, you know? Do what you can, do your best. You're the best around. Sorry, Karate Kid theme song.
You should probably stick to cooking because you kind of suck at singing.
Would you normally toast your roll for a French dip? No, probably not. But you do want a good hearty, crusty roll, because you want something that's not going to completely fall apart when you dip it. So, but because we're making a burger, that's why we're doing the toasty part. Yeah, we're getting there. Then when we have a little bit of a toast, that's probably all we're going to get. We go ahead and set that aside. Then we put down a little bit of oil, or beef tallow in this case, just because we have it that all melted and spread out. Then we put down our guys, a little parchment paper, and we give this guy a smash. And we season these guys with a little bit of salt. On smash burgers, they're so thin, you really only need to season one side. A little bit of pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. And then when our guys are cooked, we can go ahead and flip them. And we put some provolone cheese on these guys. Throw a lid on there so the cheese can melt. And once these guys are done, you can go ahead and pull them, stack them up, and put them somewhere. So then we take out our roll. We give both sides of the bun some of that horseradish sauce we made. Then we load it up with our patties. Not quite, I had to trim it a little bit. Not quite the right size, but it'll do. And we load it up with some of our caramelized onions, or sorry, caramelized onions. If you don't like the way I say caramelized, you know who you are. I'm just gonna keep saying caramelized because I like saying it that way. I know caramelized is probably the right way. Anyways, whatever.
You're an idiot.
Just load it up with onions, and we put a lid on it, give it a little smush, and there it is. Look, kind of pretty. And there we have our French Dip Smashburger. All right, so here's our guy. Let's go ahead and get a cross section here. There we go. Look at that. That looks good. Looks good to me. And then you just take some of the au jus that we made, and you just dip it in there like that, and then you get a little, just drippy drippy. And it's time for a bite. Cheers. It's the perfect intersection of a French dip and a smash burger. It's beefy. The onions add a really nice complex sweetness. The au jus, I could literally just drink it. It's that good. And with the au jus, you could definitely serve this as someone who doesn't have teeth, apparently. Out of 10. That's what I think, but hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I just learned that people are more creative in the shower. Not sure if that works for dogs, but just in case, I'm gonna start taking showers.
Well, check it out. We made these French dip smash burgers you wanted, and of course we made a dog-friendly version just for you. Well, here you go. What do you think?
Oh, that's delicious. Beefy, cheesy, and all lubed up with au jus. See? I knew this combo would work.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it.
Nash approves, I approve. Another great fusion. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and check out some of our other cool videos somewhere over here. And just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. Until next time, be good and peace.